I don't know where you've been lately, but a lot of things are happening in the news. And one thing that is really killing me that's happening is a lot of the violence against Asian Americans in the US. Now, of course, violence against Asians has not been a new thing. But sadly, the news is finally covering it, even though it should have been covering it. And thanks to a certain person who maybe have been in charge of a country recently, violence in America has seemed to have skyrocketed against Asian Americans. And here's the thing that really kind of confuses me slash makes me angry slash makes me wonder how there are humans in the world who do this. And that's this. The one thing that a lot of these attacks have in common, not all, but a high majority, is that a lot of the victims are elders or older people in the Asian American community. So let's make this clear. There are more places than the US that have violence against Asians. But let's also be clear that at the moment, specifically, there are a lot of cases of violence against Asian Americans in the US. And on top of that, a lot of elders are being assaulted, which how can you bully or pick on or hit older people? So one case recently is 84-year-old Vicha Ratanapakdi. As he was on his morning walk, this 19-year-old ran, smashed his body into them, and this older man hit the ground. His head hit the garage door, and later that day, this man died. An 84-year-old man. And guys, the violence just doesn't stop from here. There was another Chinese Navy veteran who had his knee knelt on by police and he died, which I thought we understood that having your knee on people's neck as a police officer to hold them down for an extended amount of time is a bad idea. I thought this was already covered. As well as a woman was just pushed down into a pole and the guy walked away. And not only that, this guy was later caught and then he was released on bail. Like, what the freak? So as you can guess, many people in the Asian American community are very pissed, as well as friends of the Asian American community. Rightfully so. My own thoughts about this is I am thinking, what the f? And I know usually I don't curse in my videos, but I think the time calls for it. Seriously, I don't know what these people are thinking and why these people have this urge just to commit such violence. I mean, older people in the community, what have they done to deserve this? I mean, nobody deserves this, but these older people? Like, why? I mean, what coward wakes up in the morning and says, I'm gonna ram my body into this 84-year-old grandpa, maybe great grandpa, and kill him? Why? What kind of human being does this? This person deserves the book thrown at them. Earlier, I released a video a few weeks ago about, Jungin, the adopted girl in Korea and everything, and how her parents abused her and everything. I honestly hope that everybody who watches this video, or as people who were as passionate in that video for her, would be very angry at the fact that all this is happening to these people in the US. So earlier today, I was reading on the news about how some Asian woman chased these guys out of her restaurant because they stole some beers, or at least she was running after them because they stole the beers. And when she got out there and she confronted them, they jumped her and started hitting her and kicking her. And luckily, some people ran in there. In the words of Barack Obama, let me be clear, violence against Asian Americans, like I said earlier, is not a new thing. This thing has been happening for many, 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 many years. For example, the Tacoma riot of 1985. What is the Tacoma riot of 1985? Let's check. The Tacoma riot of 1985, also known as the 1985 Chinese expulsion of Tacoma, involved the forceful expulsion of the Chinese population from Tacoma, Washington Territory on November 3rd, 1985. City leaders had earlier proposed on November 1st deadline for the Chinese population to leave the city. Now, of course, a few Chinese people did listen and they left the city out of fear of getting hurt. Some didn't. So they were forcibly expelled and part of their settlement was burned and was never rebuilt to this day. But wait, that's not the only thing that have happened to Asian people in the US. There's also the trafficking of Asian women in the mid 1800s, as well as one of the biggest things that have happened to Asians in the US is the Japanese internment camps during World War II in America. So again, violence and mistreatment of Asians in the US is not a new thing, and sadly is being carried over into the 21st century. Things have gotten so bad that celebrities like Daniel Day Kim, YouTuber David So Comedy and Ronnie Chung from The Daily Show have really gone after these people. Even more so, Daniel Dae Kim as well as Daniel Wu offered $25,000 to find a man who assaulted a 91-year-old man in Oakland, California. Who assaults old men? Who does that? To the point where now celebrities have to offer a reward to find you. You really have some things messed up in your head. You know, there are gonna be some people out there who are gonna watch this video and be like, oh, Mike's just doing this for the views. He's doing it because it's current news and he's trying to just get those subs. No, there's one thing I want you to understand about me. And if you've been with me for a while, you will know this about me. The reason that I became interested in Korea and Korean culture is not because of K-pop. It's not because of Korean dramas. It's because I had some really good friends during my life who were Korean American who came in at the right moment when my parents were divorcing and brought me into their community, and it gave me something to lean on. I am forever grateful for the Korean American community. That is why it angers me to see what is happening right now. I don't know about anybody else, but I am so livid that I need to speak out about it. And I hope a lot of you are as well. I seriously doubt the people who have either verbally or physically assaulted Asians are watching this video, but in case you do, or you will do it, my message to you is do not be a racist coward. Stop attacking these people just because they're different. So guys, here are my thoughts on this topic, but yet I have so much more to say. I mean, good God, there is so much ridiculousness happening in the world right now, and especially having to these groups of people that I feel like someone needs to talk about it. And so guys, if you really want to stay up to date on everything that is happening with not just the Asian American community, but just also just Asians who are dealing with a lot of this bullcrap that's happening right now, then I would highly recommend you to follow NextShark on Instagram. I've been following up just a lot of their posts. It's been keeping me up to date, as well as on their website. They have some good postings on their website as well. Highly recommend you to follow them. So big shout out to NextShark for everything you're doing. You know, this video is a very emotional video. It's a very frustrating, at least the topic is very frustrating. I hope you have as much passion for this video, for this topic. I hope it makes you as angry as it does some of the other videos I've done. For example, like again, the Jungin video. I think that one merits a lot of anger. I think this one merits also a lot of anger. So I hope you guys do feel the need to want to say something, to speak out, and want to change something, okay? If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure that you smash that like button as well as subscribe, because coming out with new videos every week, covering new topics, things that are happening in Korea, things that are happening outside of Korea, things that are happening with me that's worth sharing with you. Definitely sharing all those things. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. But until the next video, you make sure you guys be cool. Peace.